Welcome to the channel. I am Sal Dablerd, and I hope y'all having a good day. But before we get into this video, can y'all like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment. Tell me how your day going. But today we're going to be talking about selfish people and selfless people, and why you as a chosen one should be a little more selfish, even though I know you're selfless. You see, we're going to break it all the way down. A lot of people are selfish, and it's understandable the way that society is set up. You see, when you truly unlock your selflessness, it comes from the heart, and most people don't have access to their heart chakra. The idea of love is just a word that people use because it's part of the English dictionary, but they don't understand that love is compassion, love is caring, love is all of these things. It's not just a word, but they're not able to associate the word with the feeling. It's just a word. So don't get lost in that. But let's back it up a little bit. You got 7 chakra centers, and your first 3 chakra centers are what we consider your base chakra. If we was building a house, you start with the foundation, the base. You cannot build the rest of the foundation without having a base. And the same with your spiritual body. You cannot just tap into the crown chakra and your third eye chakra and your heart chakra without building a steady base, without clearing the blockages and healing from everything that you're going through. You gotta heal these chakra centers in order to activate the upper echelons of your chakra. So your root chakra, that is tied into your sense of stability. A lot of people are in fight or flight mode where you feel like it's so hard to survive. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And all of that ripping and running is pure chaos. In all reality, your survival, getting out of that, it's a big thing in clearing up your root chakra. So many of us associate our stability with the job we have, or our stability with the things we have, or the connections we have. And you're living outside of yourself. When you start to come back within and get rooted into self, it's easier to root into your environment. But when you have no sense of self, you'll feel lost. You'll feel unstable. Then you have your sacral chakra. That's your second. Your sacral chakra is tied into emotions, into your desires sexually and things like that. A lot of us are introduced to pornographic images at a young age, like very young age. So we are victims of lust at an early age, and it follows us and it stalks us into our adulthood, to the point where men chase women, women glorify their bodies and things of that nature. But all of this is ruining another chakra. Now you have 2 chakras that are either blocked or like just completely destroyed at the moment. And then you go up to your solar plex chakra. The solar plex chakra is connected to your sense of self, your sense of power. So they use fear to block your solar plex chakra. You can start to notice this with the news, or just like UFO sightings, just so much. They want to instill fear in you so bad, and it works. And it makes you less confident. It takes away your sense of pride and your sense of power. And ultimately that blocks your solar plex chakra. And now you have these 3 blocked chakras. How are you going to activate your heart chakra? How is that energy from the base of your spine going to go through these chakra centers if they're blocked? So you're not having a Kundalini rise. Kundalini rising is when all 7 of your chakra centers are cleared, and that energy is able to go up the base of your spine, climb up all 33 vertebrae and hit your head. It releases that Kundalini awakening. But how are you going to get there with blocked chakra? And let's go deeper into this. Your heart chakra. A lot of people associate the heart with love. But what is love in today's society other than a word? People say the word love, but they don't show compassion. Compassion and love are not together in America. If someone's showing compassion, that's totally different, because we speak on love so frivolously that it has no meaning to most people. Or people use it to manipulate people that they know are actually loving. And you as a chosen one, you may have fell for that plenty of times because you truly are a lover. You truly are capable, and you truly are compassionate. And selfish people will do whatever it takes for themselves because they're for self people. Selfish people will take, but they're not willing to give. They're more into receiving. Selfish people do not care if they hurt you. Selfish people truly only care about their own feelings, their own emotions. They can watch you go through inner turmoil. They can watch your world get flipped upside down and say they love you, but yet show no compassion. You see how confusing that is? That's when you get into narcissists and things of that nature. It roots from blocked chakra. It roots from them not being able to truly show compassion. And I'm not gonna even lie, it's not always block chakra, because they're just dark people out there that understands and they don't care. They're for self. They're selfish. But you being a chosen one, you're selfless. A selfless person will go the extra mile for the next person. It's not all about take. You're a giver. And sometimes you can overextend yourself. And when you're giving to selfish people, it's dangerous because who's giving to you? Who's gonna refill you when you're empty? Now you go through all of these cycles of heartbreak and all of these cycles of depression and all of these low moments because you're overexerting yourself to people that doesn't deserve your energy. As a chosen one, you must learn to be selfish. I'm not telling you to close your heart off or to give up on your selflessness, but you're multidimensional. And that's what you must understand on this journey. You cannot be stagnant and not willing to grow. So part of your growth is becoming selfish. You must strengthen your gift of discernment and realize the people that you're able to extend yourself out to. Hermes Trismegistus said, the ears of wisdom, the lips of wisdom is closed to the ears of ignorance. And you can, that's more of just advice, but even with your energy, you have to be able to discern who is ready for your energy, who is going to actually take your energy and benefit from it, and who's going to take your energy and run from it. Because you have so many selfish people, narcissistic people, energy vampires, whatever word you want to use or whatever you want to use to describe them, that will take that energy you give them, and then they will try to use it to belittle you or to try to put you down. They will try to use that as a stepping stool to put themselves above you in order to crush you. And you must learn, after so many cycles, you got to see the rhythm. There's rhythm in life. You're constantly going through cycles. Your soul is trying to evolve. And if you've been stuck in a cycle for years, you should be able to notice the rhythm. And if you don't, it's time to slow down. That's why God calls you into isolation. If you're in isolation, you have to be selfish because it's only you. You have to take care of yourself. There's no one else for you to take care of, and there's no one else that needs to be taken care of because you're isolated. That's why God calls you into isolation. In this isolation, you'll be able to practice healing yourself. You'll be able to practice selfishness, which is good. You have to be for self, because if you're not making sure self is good, how can self go out and heal the world? Because if you're a true chosen one, you're trying to help people. This is in your blood. It's in your DNA. You are chosen for a reason. You're a star seed, and you want to help people. I understand it. I want to help people too, but I got to help myself before I can go help someone else. I got to make sure I'm at my highest self in order to go out into the world and help other people. Because if I'm distressed, if I'm going through chaos in my head, how can I help the next person if I'm in their same boat? So you always have to make sure that you're taking care of self first. You must be strong enough that even if someone comes and say they need help, especially if you've been through cycles and you know this person and you know their ways, you must be selfish. You can't help everybody. Everyone is not promised a seat in the promised land, especially someone that is not willing to develop, not willing to work on self. So this is going to be short and sweet. You need to be more selfish, protect your energy, and practice the gift of discernment. Be aware of the people that you're dealing with. And I hope you have a blessed day. Go follow my TikTok, Sal Dablerd. All social media is Sal Dablerd. I will leave it in the description. And I just dropped some new music. What you listen to music on? Because I be using Spotify. You can follow me on Spotify, or you can just type my name in on YouTube. But go listen to some Sal Dablerd. It's been nice.